coffee smells as good as ever.
Looks like no more free coffee for me.
The tea here just keeps getting more bitter.
Coffee is life.
This coffee smells as good as ever.
Looks like no more free coffee for me.
The tea here just keeps getting more bitter.
Coffee is life.
This coffee smells as
Looks
good
like
as ever.
no more free coffee for me.
The tea here just keeps getting more bitter.
Coffee is life.
This coffee smells as good as ever.
Looks like no more free coffee for me.
The tea here just keeps getting more bitter.
This coffee smells as good as ever.
Coffee is life.
Looks like no more free coffee for me.
The tea here just keeps getting more bitter.
Coffee is life.
This coffee smells as good as ever.
طيب الميكروفون شغال ولا مو شغال؟ لا والله شغال.
Looks like no more free coffee for me.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أسعد الله أوقاتكم جميعا بكل خير. حياكم الله في فيديو جديد من لعبة جنشن امباكت. الفيديو هذا الله يحفظكم. بحاول إن شاء الله أجمع الموارد وأطور شخصياتي بإذن الله عز وجل. بسم الله نبدأ. ما شاء الله تبارك الله.
Looks like no more free.
لا مو أنت. حلو. لا أنا في لي فونتين، خلينا نروح فونتين يا. قدنا بفونتين وقدنا بفونتين يلا. الله الله. طيب اللهم صل على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. هي ورانا بالضبط. ايوه شو هناك. كل يوم منصت كل يوم منصت. خلينا نجرب نروح هنا.
Solidify!
Illusion shattered!
يعني على التفاعل. يا ليل البغيض.
There is no escape!
Flirting kiss?
Get out of here! Take cover!
Gather!
Shine down!
وما هذا؟ بوينتين. هل في معلم قريب نشوفه غيره؟ يعني سوميرو. ذي كانت لا. طب جنوبا كذا ذي كانت لا. لا.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
الا شوفوا ليوي هناك. ايه هناك تشوف ليوي، تشوف الجيد تشامبيون. اجل المونستر هناك. سوميرو تكون واضحة كمان.
Perhaps we could take a walk by a riverbank or somewhere similarly fluvial.
ابشر. بس هل هو مظبط؟ ما اتذكر معه ارتفاكتات لسه. لا مو انت يا عزيز. اسف مو انت يا عزيزي.
It's time to pull the trigger.
يب.
Solidify!
Quietly now.
Silence! Let the mighty be humbled! Stabilize!
Illusion shattered!
Settle down!
There is no escape!
Bow your heads. The tides beckon. Settle down.
طب هذه خلصناها. الحمد لله. ايه طيب اللهم صل على النبي. جنبها على طول. كيف كذا؟ فوق ما شاء الله تبارك الله متقاربات. طيب اللهم صل على محمد. ايش كنت بسوي انا؟ وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. اهلا يا مشاري. كان الله في عونك يا لؤلؤ وعون المسلمين والمسلمات. طيب خلونا نوصل يا جماعة الخير. الله يسعدك. عادي عادي كمل لعبك، يعني كمل لعبك وعادي وبعدين تواصل معايا. الله يسعدك. موفق ان شاء الله. الله يبارك فيك. نورت البث يا غالي.
Add Astra.
هات هذه.
Thank you for Add Astra. Add Astra.
موفق يا غالي.
Extra fee for that. Exactly. But none of them believed me.
طب فين الحداد؟ انا اتذكر الحداد. طب فين حدادينكم يا فونتين؟ الحداد هنا. الحداد اللي فهمته المفروض انه تحت. المفروض انه تحت هنا في الجهة دي. كذا كان طريقي الصحيح. ايه المفروض انه تحت. المفروض انه تحت في الجهة دي. هنا هذه ورشة. سيرفر اللهم صل على النبي. امريكا. الثاني الثالث هنا. طيب بسم الله خلينا نروح. اللهم صل على محمد. بسم الله. يا اللي تجيك المشاكل وانت في حالك.
Bow your head.
لا لا لحظة يا غالي، لحظة يا غالي. ما ادري والله يا مشاري، والله ما ادري. اللي اعرفه انه السيرفر جنشن ما يتغير حاليا. ممكن يحطوا هالنظام بعدين. بس اللي اعرف انه خلاص يعني انت مثلا سيرفر في اوروبا خلاص انت في اوروبا على طول. لين تختم اللعبة، لين تختم يعني حتى لو ختمت اللعبة ما بتغير. ممكن يغيروا هالشيء يعدلوه، ممكن لا.
Stabilize.
اللهم صل على النبي. انت تائه. لا يا كره له الذئاب، اني اكرهها كره شديد. قالوا عني بس. فين الثاني؟ الثاني. طب يلا بسم الله. والله من زمان ما فكيت بث كذا ماخذ راحتي. يا الله لك الحمد ولك الشكر. مو من هنا أنا. ليه؟ ماذا حصل؟
Solidify.
ايش ذا؟ ايش شح الموارد ذا اللي بفونتين؟ دمان ارتفاكت حق حضرة القاضي. هي صخور كبيرة يعني. حط علامة هنا. في واحد هنا أتذكر عند الجرف. طيب خلونا نروح نلعب الفعالية. ما شاء الله على طول كذا. يلا اقيام. هو الله يحفظك، انت قصدك انه اللعبه تعلق يعني، ولا انه ولا انه بعض اللاعبين ولا بعض اللاعبين تعاملهم زفت؟ والله سامحوني ماني مناظر فيها ولا شيء، المعذرة منكم يعني. باخذ الحل السريع واخلصها ان شاء الله على خير. فين راح؟ ايه هذا هو اللاعبين. الله يعينك، الله يعينك، ما اقول غير الله يعينك. انا بلا ما نلعب ابيكس ولا العاب زي كذا. اللهم صل على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. لما نلعب العاب زي كذا، اسكر المايكات لجميع اللاعبين، اريح راسي واخذ راحتي بالكلام. كان الله في عونك يعني، كان الله في عونك. اللي ما بلعب زي الناس، واللي عصبي، واللي زعلان، واللي يجيك يبغى يفش حرته فيك انت ما سويت له حاجه. الله المستعان، كان الله في عونك يا مشاري. طيب بالله معليش يا مشاري، الله يسعدك، بس قاعد اناظر الجوال. الفعاليه اللي قدامك هذه ودي اخلصها، فقاعد اناظر الحل. بس بصراحه يعني اكون صادق معك، ودي اخلص بسرعه، ما بتاخر مره. روح 4. مشكلة ما في هيل طول ملعب. الله يكون في عونك. انت تلعب وفي نزيف عندك، كان الله في عونك. حلو 8. شنلينج في رقم 8. نوري يا عزيزتي، نورتي. ايش قاعدين تطبخوا يا جماعة؟ لا دقيقة. 9 ايش؟ هذه يا بني آدم الله يصلحك. إذا 10 هي اللي بعدها. 10 هي ذي. الله يصلحك، خلص. طيب 12 الصورة اللي فيها قوبة ومبسوط. إذا ما كنت غلطان هي آخر صورة بس. المشكلة 70 أخسر الجيم 70. يا لطيف دم كذا يا مشاري.
Treating friends and family? Look no further than
ريح من
one
اللعب يا
mean
مشاري يا
restaurant.
أجل وشوف لعبة
And
ثانية
our
تنبسط
waiting
فيها
staff love to provide
عشان لا يجيك ضغط
service
نفسي.
with a smile. Our renowned chefs bring you the very best with every bite.
Our diverse menu is sure to have a dish with your name on it. Hungry for change? Discover new flavors at One Mean Restaurant.
يا إلهي قديش حب
Why
اللحم
settle for
المجفف.
less when you could be feasting like an adeptus?
فلفل.
One Mean, where life tastes better. Globa! Not again!
تبا لذلك يا يعقوبة. اللي بعده حق مين؟ حق إنازوما على ما أذكر. كل ما أحضر بثوثك أشتاق ألعب جنشن. الله يسعدك، الله يسعدك ويبارك فيك إن شاء الله. نورت الله يسعدك، شرفت البثوث ونورتني، الله يرضى عليك. اللي بعده أعطونا. أيوة السيد أراتاكي إيتو، ماذا تفعل؟ طيب خلينا نشوف الفيديو. طيب السيد أراتاكي إيتو، يلا خلينا نحضر بثك يا إيتو، قصدي فيلمك القصير. طيب الرجال الثلاثة في الصورة الأولى هذولا. الصورة الثانية مين؟ لا هذه هنا وهذه هنا. دقيقة يا مشاري، الله يرضى عليك، دقيقة بس. خليني بس خليني اضبط خليني بس اضبط الفيلم حقيته. يا الله يعينك يا مشاري.
Whoa, I could buy my favorite novel.
غير اللعبة عشان
Maybe I should save it up.
Trifling obscures, anyone?
Boss? I'm gonna do that. Thanks, boss!
شيلوا الإعلان.
مع أكثر من 1000 جهاز خفيف الوزن ونحيف وقابل للطي بحيث تحطه في جيبك أو شنطتك.
اللي بعده أتوقع إنه سوميرو والعلم عند الله. طيب فاروزان هي الأولى. صلى الله وسلم عليك يا رسول الله. الحمد لله. حلو. ما شاء الله مسرعك. يا بني آدم لخبطتني الله يهديك. لا حول ولا قوة. لحظة لحظة لحظة. ما شاء الله تبارك الله عليك. معرق. مولع خيو. الحمد لله.
Madam Farazan, letters from the students.
Sorry, Madam Farazan. While I'm very interested in mechanisms and ancient texts, I'm stretched thin as it is. I need to focus on my other classes.
Thank you for your invitation, Madam Farazan. I've given this a lot of thought, and in the end, I think I'm gonna focus on Kasharawar.
يا غالي عوافي عوافي. شوف لو متضايق منها شوف لك لعبة ثانية لا تلعبها. لعبة ثانية حاجة ثاني حاجة ثانية تفرفش فيها. لا تتبع يعني لا تركز على لعبة واحدة. نوع.
Hey folks, don't place all your yolks in the same punnet. Broaden your horizons today and find a new locus for your focus.
راسك عشان نفسيتك هتتعب. طيب خلصنا سميرو. مين اللي قاعدين على الطاولة دول؟ طيب الأخيرة فونتين. صلى الله وسلم عليك يا رسول الله. صدتك. بس نرجع لمكاننا. يا انتظر واحد قال تجي الساعة 7 قد 7:30. الله يحفظك ويحفظه إن شاء الله وبالتوفيق. طيب مين الأخير؟ فونتين. بسم الله. الطاولة فورينا. لا لا لا، لحظة لحظة بالله لحظة. إيه. طيب 10 فيها الثلاثي المرح هؤلاء. لا كيف كذا؟ الله يصلحك يا شيخ. عيد الله يصلحك. عيد عيد الله يصلحك يا شيخ. عيد. خمسة في هذا. 6 6 فيها نافية. 7 فورينا. 8 9 10. مين باقي؟ وإن شاء الله بسم الله. مشكلة ما عندي شيء ألعبه غير في ألعاب ثانية مجانية غيرها يا مشاري. ألعاب مجانية إن شاء الله بتعجبك. إن شاء الله بتعجبك أكثر من بسم الله أكثر من مارفل رايفل. خذ متابعة يا رب تستاهل. جزاك الله خير.
Wait. Surely you can't use persuasion on plants.
Get together with your friends. Adventure awaits.
الحمد لله خلصنا الفعالية بفضل ورحمة من الله سبحانه وتعالى. فين الفعالية؟ ما ادري والله. والله انا يا مشاري انتظر لولوش انه يجي عشان يساعدني في اللعبة. في كذا شغله، في كذا شغلة في اللعبة هو يساعدني فيها. هو لو جاء ان شاء الله على خير باذن الله. ولا انا قايل انه يعني انه السبت ان شاء الله، او انه الجمعة او السبت الصباح ان شاء الله باي يساعدني. هي جنشن ان شاء الله انه بيجي. ممكن ما في.
We cannot just rely on the ocean's self-cleaning ability.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
اللي تخلص الشحن. الله يكون في عونك. الله يكون في عونك يا مشاري.
I'm sure it'll get
Xavier. جالس استخدم الشاحن اشحن جوالي. الله يكون في عونك يا مشاري، الله ييسر لك اياها وان شاء الله تفرح قريب يا رب. بسيطة خيو، بسيطة. جي. خلاص كذا الحمد لله. يا الحمد لله. اي والله خلصنا الفعالية. كم مستوى معانا؟ طيب فين نروح؟ خلينا نخلص الاركون كويست. اتوقع انه حيمدينا افضل. ايوه يلا على الاركون كويست. طفشت من المغرب وانا ايش اللعبة؟
Please sign. It's been so long since we've been to the surface.
What's happening?
الله يستر ما يكون الحوت.
I'm fine.
Let's go ask the Duke.
في البنر باذن الله عز وجل. فالمعذره منك والله، يعني حاليا يعني ايبكس ما بروحها لانه اللاج فيها قوي، وزيد عليها كمان اليد اللي عندي كمان اللي العب فيها الجير اللي صار فيها خربان، دائما يلف بسرعه على اليسار. يعني حتى جنشن لو بلعبها بدون بث عشان لاني اتجاوز البثوث، لاني اتجاوز التعليقات والمحادثات بين الشخصيات.
That. Over the years of serving as the warden here, I've developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and... If you recall our...
بتعدي بإذن الله، لا تشيل هم.
Wait, seriously?
هو كمان عشان العشرة الأواخر ناس تصلي القيام، وناس الله يحفظك تسوي السحور، وناس تسوي السحور.
Today is our last day in prison.
اليوم مشغولين من الليل.
Now that Paimon says that, oh yeah, Paimon feels fond of this place
أنا كمان عندي دوام.
Then be sure to come back and visit.
أنا ودوامي وأنا كمان يعني مرسلين طالبين مني أغطي.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go. The guards will escort you out.
You're not going to see us off?
I knew you'd ask. All right, sure. Let's go.
Well, you actually agreed. No worries, you must be busy. Paimon was just joking.
Ah, so you do have a polite side, I see.
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Shall I come along too? Yeah, don't worry, we'll come back to see you. Paimon really likes the cafeteria here. The chefs sure do know how to make good grub.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our best to stay out of trouble. Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Mirabine is finished. That's the end of another chapter in our journey. And since Nervlev was the one who asked us to come here, we should probably go report to him now. Next up, the Palais Mermonia. You're going to see Monsieur Nervillette? Please pass on our kind regards.
I'm sure just your regards will do, no?
I believe it would be the polite thing to do.
You're right. I've heard the Palais has been terribly busy these days.
نحن أحرار. الحمد لله طلعنا من سجن، من حصن ميروبيد. ويش كنا بذاك الحصن عشان مهمة طلبها منا نوفلت، ودخلنا فيها، والحين تم إطلاق سراحنا الآن. الحمد لله. بالتوفيق يا مشاري، بالتوفيق، الله يحفظك، ودعتك الله ورعاك الله، وإن شاء الله تنبسط.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
استر.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references. Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while, so it is where many things come to settle. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
it's you two. Apologies. Monsieur Neuvillette did say you'd be welcome at any time.
Excuse me. Would you mind helping me take a look at this report?
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hands full here. You can see yourselves in.
Everyone's so busy. Seems a lot has been happening.
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there are some urgent matters I must tend to first. In the meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink, let the Melusine outside know.
That's all right. We just ate.
Very well, then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his work.
All right. That should wrap things up for now.
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the day you were released from the Fortress of Meripede, and it appears that you've managed to complete all the release paperwork.
That's right, and we came here to see you right away.
A massive whale.
Do you have any idea what that might be?
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the primordial sea. A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore, we can only assume that Child is presently immersed in primordial seawater.
Immersed in primordial seawater? But how? And is he okay?
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself. Yes? What is it?
Ah, right! Paimon felt it too! We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something about it.
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter. In fact, that's exactly what I was busy with a moment ago. The source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson. After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose at an alarming rate.
The water levels rose? Oh no! What about all the people there?
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time, and have already returned to normal now. However, I still have a bad feeling about the whole phenomenon. If the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much worse than it appears.
Navia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check on her!
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plans for the surrounding coastal areas to avoid potential catastrophes. I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first. I'll meet you there to check on the situation once I finish things here.
There's no time to lose! Let's get going!
Please be careful.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Oh no! What happened here? Navia should be around here, right? We need to make sure she's still... Paimon means we need to check on her. We haven't seen a single soul all the way here.
What will I ever do now?
Look! There's someone on the roof!
Just stay put! We're coming up! Watch your balance!
I'm not young anymore. How will I survive on my own? My Desiree!
Oh, he looks pretty sad.
My leg! My leg! How could this have happened? It hurts!
Just hang in there. Help is on the way. You can hold my hand if it makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Navia. She's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
You're here.
We heard there was a...
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose.
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to...
He's wounded? How badly?
He fell.
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to...
Understood.
All right. You'll be in... I'm sorry. Where... right. A little earlier, we said the rushing water seemed a little... Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water, those who... The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible. But the water that... No one knows if this could happen again.
How awful.
It was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that everything that just happened was a bad dream.
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
Thank you for being...
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Demoiselle! We've got a situation here!
Sorry. I need to go for now.
And how she...
Okay. The wounded... Of course, Traveler.
Huh? Right now?
Thank you. Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day and the whole situation in Poisson, Paimon doesn't think there'd be a ton of people here visiting graves.
Right. That's how things are now. The living are so exhausted that they've no strength to spare any words for the dead.
Navia?
Sorry. I just... Malus and Silver, they won't ever come back here again. What should I do, Papa?
Huh? What happened to them?
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still... I was the one who initiated it. They were helping, and I've known them for so long. And I know they weren't afraid. But I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just gone. I just can't.
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
Ah, how could Master ever be upset with you, Demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not? Everyone ends up here sooner or later.
Buying yourself a plot in it?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, Demoiselle.
Hey, stop joking around.
I'm quite serious. That way, it'll save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions, no?
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. All right. I'll remember your requests. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this. I don't usually cry, really.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well, she understands how you feel.
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Many things can only be accomplished with someone else's help. Malus and Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing for them. I'm so sorry.
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
Thank you. Right now, you don't know how much that means. By the way, you can have a look at this. It's a list of victims from the incident that took place here.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny, Francine, Karina, Daisy Ray, Joinville, Julianne, Esson, as well as Malus and Silver. So, everyone else is safe. But still...
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. We lost Malus and Silver. But we were able to save more than we anticipated. The overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
way, Navia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but that isn't something we should ever consider a trade. Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually. I'll remember your words.
Oh, really?
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
The knave? What are you doing here?
Is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground. As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two know each other?
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter, but that doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that a Fatui Harbinger would come looking for me. Thanks to the Knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work so quickly.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui before, and it's extremely important for us to know who we're working with. My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also prepared a large amount of emergency supplies. I'm quite surprised.
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing good or ill. You've witnessed that firsthand, in any case. As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy, and I intend to prevent the impending disaster. Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that. As such, do not be troubled by this token of our sincerity. Perhaps one day, you'll also be able to help me in the same way.
Without your help, there would have been many more casualties. I won't forget your kindness.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. I only wish that my people could have arrived a little earlier to prevent this from happening.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did everything you could. As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person. And they weren't the price paid for other salvation. They chose to become heroes themselves. I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble-sounding words. But right now, there's nothing more suitable. They really did become heroes.
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Navia. Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent fate. Fortunately, I've never been one for such opinions.
So, you're one who will try to change fate, then?
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. I still have some things to take care of, and the children need my attention. By the way, Traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then we'll just... Huh? This isn't right. Paimon thought you would ask us to walk with you for a moment so you could tell us something in private.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. It would not hurt to have Miss Navia listening in. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance. You and I both know that there may be issues with the primordial sea. Previously, it was the fortress of Maripede's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels in Poisson. These are both signals. Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence network with you. During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times, and seem to be worth investigating in many ways. Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent, so any pertinent information will prove extremely precious. My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster struck, and at present, we're all busy prioritizing the rescue effort.
So that's why the Fatui were already in Poisson.
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents. Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you. Which is why I want to give you this task. The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family. But Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such, even though you are not from the house. I'm sure you already understand how earnest they consider their friendship with you to be.
Oh, that somehow makes Paimon feel kinda happy.
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family, it's only natural that I freely share it with you.
Got it! So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right? We can handle that.
Excuse me, but may I tag along?
You wish to join, Miss Navia?
But are you sure you're up to exploring some ruins? You need to rest.
Well, I'm sad, yes. But I can't just go back and plop myself into a chair by the roadside and do nothing. There's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands. As my father's successor, I must live up to the hopes he had in me. Besides, I'm also doing this for myself. I need something, a distraction, to keep my mind off Malus and Silver.
Since you put it that way, I have no objections. What do you say, traveler? All right. The ruins are to the south of Poisson. Here's the map.
Okay, the three of us will handle it. Come on, let's pack up and get going.
Stabilize!
Illusion shattered!
Yeah, things are about to get dicey. Dada Kondala. Gotcha.
Gather!
So...
They seem...
Let's go in...
Just be careful.
Stabilize!
There is no escape!
Busted. Here comes the cash. Dada Kondala.
Solidify!
Illusion shattered! Quietly now.
This place has also been contaminated.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve them.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't... don't get by my wrong.
No, you're right. That complicates things.
In that case...
I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just...
All right. Oh no, it's a dead end! Let's try climbing over from the side.
There's something wrong with this bridge!
Demoiselle?
Huh?
Demoiselle, what are you...
Maybe she just...
Yes, it...
That's quite part...
Oh. This is...
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no, I was just
Do you remember...
We were headed to...
right.
Oh? Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too.
How have you been?
I've been great. They were knocking at my door.
Sometimes.
Oh, yes. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take... I don't know...
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative...
Very well.
Wait. Something seems to be off here. Excuse me, madam.
That's right.
No, it's nothing. I've heard this name before. And why are there so few people around here?
We must mind the time.
Huh? We do?
Well, now...
Miss Navia, here you are! My trial?
Yes, she's right, Demoiselle. It's just...
Oh?
Look, it's Navia. She's here.
And her 2 attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be odd. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. Why are so many people here? And as for the judge... huh?
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
All right. But are you
Typically,
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on. Do they have any idea what they're doing?
Seriously.
Enough with the whispering! Could someone please tell me where Monsieur Neuvillette is? And why I'm standing trial?
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done? In that case, allow me to explain. As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor, the head of the Spina di Rosula, someone held in high regard by every soul in Poisson. After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If anyone in need reached out to you for help, you responded. Not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone in the Spina di Rosula fought for the well-being of those in Poisson.
Wait a moment. Aren't you just proving that I'm a good person?
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is why you stand accused. You have helped so many people get through so many difficult... We are one big... Therefore, this...
Huh? What are you saying?
Oh.
How... I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now. Yes, I get it. This trial is...
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's guilty!
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means...
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady.
She was born of...
Her actions can... Please do not mistake...
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontanians here. This is... Even if everything... Now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We...
And you would call this justice? Have you forgotten how much you all once wronged to become individuals? To become...
Do you mean to defy?
If your justice is...
As you said, we can also have our own justice. And that...
Demoiselle!
Silver, I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from the very beginning. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid, and don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the very end.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is absolute justice. We are the will of all.
Don't let them escape! We shall...
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to us. After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses.
She says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent individual?
What's with these?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us!
Miss...
Silence!
That's... Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion, the court will adjourn for the...
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But...
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place. What, can't bear to leave us behind or something?
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
Malus. Silver.
Quickly, you must come now.
Goodbye, demoiselle.
Farewell.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were defending me at some insane trial.
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare? Paimon could give you a hug.
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I...
What is it?
I think I saw 2 Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you. Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your consciousness dissipated.
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
Perhaps those 2...
I always...
Please come with...
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am...
Why do you look so stiff all of a sudden? Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward when there's nothing to talk about, right?
I merely thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
Huh? Why didn't you just say so then? Don't you think it's even more awkward to call us over like this and then have nothing to talk about?
I suppose so. Ah, Sigewinne. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the Fortress of Meropide has not been too much for her, has it?
No way! Don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's an amazing head nurse.
I see. Well, that is good. I have always worried that Sigewinne would need a lot of time to understand the world of humanity, just as I have.
Oh, and the Duke also says hi! Even though Sigewinne made him do that. He hopes that you haven't been overwhelmed by all that's happened lately.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately, and I also hope that everything is going well in the Fortress of Meropide.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. Let's chat about something else then. So, Neuvillette, you're probably quite the swimmer, huh?
Yes, of course.
This isn't going anywhere. Let's try something else. How did you find these ruins? Did the knave tell you?
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the residents evacuate. They had even transported a large quantity of supplies to the area. Amid my astonishment, I ran into the knave, and we had a chat. She informed me that she had asked you to investigate the ancient ruins here.
Yeah, we originally planned to meet up with you, but we thought you might still be busy with all those official documents. We didn't think exploring the ruins would take very long, and who would have thought you'd wrap things up so quickly?
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
All right! Another one joins the party! Let's get going then!
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off, and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
Stabilize!
Shine down! Gotcha! Game's up! Fun's over. Take it easy.
Oh no, another unstable path. Watch your step.
No escape!
Here comes the catch. Busted.
It seems we're almost at the top. Keep it up!
Yeah.
Solidify!
Shine down!
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey.
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Quietly now.
Solidify!
Illusion shattered!
Be sanctified.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden space.
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Stone slates. It seems...
Perhaps we should just leave them be-
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates.
The surrounding wall.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see.
It feels like someone...
That would fit the...
There's a person.
And the fourth image.
The people will all be dissolved into... More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it.
Don't blame yourself.
Ooh, the Paimon's getting the chills just... This says that it's... Still...
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before...
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by time...
Egeria, then. The previous Archon kneeling before the flood...
Did she herself commit that sin? Also, I'm...
But who...
It seems that any further clues will have to...
In that case, there's...
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening.
You still...
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work. Traveler, I will go talk to Farina tomorrow morning. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my...
Are you really gonna...
She has long...
All right.
I will be...
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house...
Welcome back.
Yay! And there's good food. Paimon's already started.
Oh, that voice. Is that who I think it is?
Huh?
It's you two. What are you doing in Fontaine? Seriously, nobody just uses a scryglass.
Still, we didn't...
Well, I have... Why did you think I... Well, I used to have my own. There was nothing for it. Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it generally just means great.
Wow! Imagine including a boast in your name. Wait, are you gonna have to put that into your genealogy as well?
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if I were to take one. Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
Whoa, that's a long one. Does it also mean great or something?
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist. As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech, the thrice-as-great scholar of the stars. Just take it as a title specific to astrologists.
Thrice as great? That's so petty.
I know, right? That's just how she is. She used to call herself Magistus, actually, but when she took me in, she changed her name to Trismegistus.
Talk about excessive.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right if you don't get it. You can look—
That sounds terrible! But anyway, you're not Fontanian, are you, Mona? You're from Mondstadt, right?
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dorman Port, and I traveled with the old hag for a while, after which I settled down in Mondstadt City.
Oh, that's a good thing then. At least we know you won't be dissolved by Fontaine's waters.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine, right? I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a panel and speak about the circulation of the prophecy as an astrologist. The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much trouble.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would go a long way to make things more certain and less scary.
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of Altivat. Ascertaining this is akin to reading the fortune of the whole world. I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer call me an astrologist, but a visionary. But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful visionary. Its contents involve the fate of the world. Disregarding it would be a mistake.
A visionary? Sounds really powerful and all, but does such a person really exist?
Of course. The old hag could do it, and I'd bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel colleagues of hers who could do something similar. Huh? Are you sure? All right, I'll help you. It isn't often that I see you with such a serious look on your face. I'll tell you once I hear back from her.
Thanks, Mona! You're amazing as always!
Oh, well, this is something only I can do after all. So yes, your praises are quite welcome.
That's the greatest of astrologists for you! Of all the people we know, you know the stars the best!
Indeed, indeed. That's the spirit.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about. If there's anything you need, do not hesitate to inform the Spina di Rosula.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I receive any news, I'll be sure to come find you two again.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks. Right, but we were able to recruit Mona's help, didn't we? Our Fontanian friends will thank us someday. Good morning. To be honest, I'm still feeling kind of sleepy. But it's time to get up, Traveler. We agreed to go see Novelette, so let's pack it up and get going.
Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us. It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not? Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
حياك الله يا مشاري، نورت. المايك شغال؟ المايك شغال؟ ايه.
You mean...
صوتي واضح يا مشاري؟
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster, and I will not have it happen again. I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you know. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about those?
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that. But you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct. Which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to correlate to the prophecy.
The prophecy?
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something. Do you know nothing of this either?
I don't. I've never seen such slates.
I'll ask you again. Do you really have no information regarding the previous Archon? My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing? I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Farina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters. There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following your inquiries. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool. And yet, your behavior is very inconsistent.
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? I didn't think you were that type.
You...
Well, since you know about my secret investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it. There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. You should be following my lead. Just trust in me. You're Archon, and do as I say. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. It'll all turn out fine. That's all I have to say. We do not discuss this matter again. Oh, the opera's about to start. Toodles!
Did Farina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with...
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
Oh!
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding. Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. I fear that she will not reveal anything unless absolutely forced to. We may have to create a situation in which...
Oh?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro Archon experience just such a scenario.
But Farina's seen so many trials. guarding questions. How do we make sure that she won't just slip away at the first chance she gets?
عشان كذا مو قادرين يعرفوا أي معلومة عنها لأنها قاعدة تتفادى الأسئلة.
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and then do what we can. If at all possible, I would This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis. The information a god possesses is too precious, and so we must take a chance on this. But who will lend us their aid to do such a thing?
إذا يا شرير. طبعا اللي منكم ما فهم، هو نوفلت يبغى يستجوب فورينا عشان يعرف ايش المشكلة وش الاشياء اللي تخبيها عنه، ان نظرا لانه فونتين تمر بازمات وهو يخاف انها تغرق. فايثر عرض عليه المساعدة، طبعا عرض عليه قال له لا نحن نحتاج مساعدة عشان نجبر فورينا انها تعترف، نبغى نخليها يعني في جو محكمة. طبعا جو المحكمة هذا اقترحه نوفلت، وايثر الذكي الداهية ذا يعني سألوا نوفلت طب مين الشخص اللي ممكن يجبرها تتكلم ويخليها تعترف. فايثر رشح له واحد، اتوقع انه حيرشح له ارلكينو لانه فورينا تخاف منها مرة. عوافي لا انا قاعد اتكلم كنوع من التفاعل.
Well, speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved.
And here you are drinking tea.
That's what family
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know. Care for a cup?
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
Me? No.
Then how about you, good
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things.
That was a little long-winded, don't you think?
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to the chase, our friend here, the Traveler, has brought us together to discuss something. As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling up.
Oh?
Well, it's... Huh? Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance...
I see. And what does my boss say?
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
In that case, do any of you have experience hunting?
Not that I recall. Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger. As for
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters. Though that was their name, they did not hunt animals, but rather various monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus. Today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended back into society, taking up arms in other lines of work. They even left a unique methodology of hunting in their wake. A trap comprises of the following components: bait,
For me, our line of...
You use some of those techniques while moving the people...
Yes, and...
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit.
And I can be there with discretion.
I remember that you liked those too.
I did.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I fear I do not have any related experience.
That makes sense. You usually solve problems directly, without the use of any such tricks. But I do have one more question for you, monsieur. If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
I would like for it to be effective, but bring no harm to the prey. A more gentle trap would be ideal.
Kind, as always. However, our intention doesn't necessarily change the containment device and the type of implement we need. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured and safely contained.
Wait, why's that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it. The line that divides life and death is often exceedingly thin.
So are we going hunting together?
Huh. We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters. It kinda works, but maybe it's still not the best metaphor.
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, then the hunting metaphor is actually quite accurate. But we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god, a being whose seat is an exalted throne.
Oh, so that's what's going on. Sounds very interesting.
Tough few days, hasn't it? Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about... it's hard to say. After all, you're the most reliable person in... did you just pour some... Paimon's never seen...
Don't be frightened. What is... And yet, even you feel confused. Precisely. Call me... the prophecy.
What?
People call such things fate, and it is written in... just as prophecies are the things that... I believe that you understand ultimately.
The voice. Hey, it's you who's getting late.
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively
Mona!
Fine, just not all fun. Why, yes, I'm in full support.
That's right!
Yes. About what we... Huh? Goodness gracious. Are you...
She said that even
the Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary. But I've not...
Whoa.
Their abilities...
Well, it's not like Paimon...
Yes, she was quite... Perhaps it is... Traveler?
Oh, we're...
I see. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed... But even so... Perhaps that's what En was trying to tell you. I did originally...
Huh. You do have a point.
There, it was worth trying, I suppose.
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said. Hey, Traveler. Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
raining.
عجيب.
Just then, the rain stopped. Or should it keep raining?
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Just then, the rain stopped. Or should it keep raining? Just then, the rain stopped. Or should it keep raining?
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again.
مسرح ما عدى الظهر.
Huh? Let Paimon see! The underwater... My recent... Thus did... So while the journalist Charlotte... Huh. Charlotte took... She hasn't been able to get a hold of any... Ugh, seriously?
مثقف في أي فرع. خلينا نشوف الثقافة كم بريموجيم حتجيب لنا. 5 بريموجيم. يا لها من ثقافة عظيمة.
Hey, quick! Look! That's the limited edition only 16 slices a day cake! It was so delicious the last time we tried it! Despite the tense situation we were in, let's give it another go! Paimon ship...
1 slice of cake, please.
Someone showed up after all! Oh, wait, you're the one from the Palais Mermonia.
Oh, are you here to buy cake too? It seems Monsieur Nervalette was right. You really can eat.
Wait, did he really say something like that?
That's right. Even he has his own preferences when it comes to food. As for me, I love the cake and coffee here.
Do you come here often?
Usually every day.
Every day?
It's part of my daily schedule.
Then what if someone told...
But why would it...
Well...
Oh, the prop? No, it's...
Huh.
Don't be sad. Excuse me, could I... these 2 slices are for you.
Oh, you know, see...
I sure do. She said that I've got something else to do, so I'll be...
And there she goes. All right, let's dig in. Paimon's sure this... It's more delicious. Sure would be nice if we could always eat
ونحن نلحقها نقعد طيب. لا اله الا الله. يا شيخ بعد هذه حوقف واروح انا اصرف لي.
If it isn't the traveler and Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote about you?
Ha! You've got some nerve! You just used us to make some quick mora!
ايش العذاب ذا؟ إيثر تكفى يا إيثر تكفى.
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I heard that you were in Poisson some time back, so I sent you a letter to discuss just that. It appears you didn't receive it, though. It's all right, though. I've set aside the amount intended for you. I've even set the table with some food.
Really? Oh, you're the best!
You're almost a little too easy to win over, Paimon. If I were a journalist with ulterior motives, you'd be in trouble now, you know.
Oh, Paimon knows you're not like that.
Still, what brings you here all of a sudden? Were you looking for me?
A friend of ours met you a while back. And when she mentioned it, we thought of coming to see you. Her name's Mona.
Ah, so you know Miss Mona as well. She's a guest columnist for our paper. Really good one, too. She's so young and already such a brilliant astrologist. So she mentioned me? What did she say?
She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist.
Nice. In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary traveler and Paimon?
Huh? So your article in the paper today doesn't count?
ما شاء الله
Oh, of
تبارك
course
الله.
it doesn't. That was more like live photography. What I'd like to do is dive deeper and ask you to talk about the things you've seen and experienced.
Yeah, are we even qualified enough?
Why not? If I say you're worth an interview, then you're worth it. But not right now, of course. I'll need a few days to prepare.
Oh, in that case, we'll just chat when you have the time then?
Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply for lighting, a venue, some props, and... Whew, so much to get done now. Talk to you later.
Wait, Charlotte, Paimon's still got a question for you.
And what's that?
If, just for example, Fontaine were to be flooded tomorrow, what would you do today?
Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could be tomorrow. If you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And secondly, I wouldn't forsake my homeland that easily. From what I've seen, most people don't know what they'd do should the worst come to pass. In truth, it might be better just to behave like normal rather than worry over such an end. So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy. Just think about it. If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique person,
then the story I would wind up writing would truly be timeless. And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job, and I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind. I guess you could say that I was born to be a journalist. But anyway, that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations.
That's so nice. All of a sudden, Paimon actually kinda envies her. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we? Paimon's been thinking. If it wasn't fun no, Paimon should ask. We've always been moving to the next... You mean, still huh. Like it'll go. But it's still better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
Ah, so the two of you are still here. Wonderful.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillat sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the Fortress of Mirapede. Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him. Yes, inside the Opera House. The Maréchaussée Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
A riot?
Well, that said, I don't personally think it was that serious. Lady Farina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her, loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis. And before she could respond, others started to join in. The crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
So people have started to put the blame on Farina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
I agree. People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
So what happened after that? Is Farina okay?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry. The Maréchaussée Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Farina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
So, you mean she's still missing?
That's right. The Maréchaussée has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet. That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her?
Good. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to tell you about the situation, but he didn't say anything else.
Don't worry. This is more than enough to go on. Thanks for keeping us informed.
Ah, is that so? Well, all right then. In that case, you two take care. I'll be heading back to the Palais now.
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know and as when Nervillet, it would be hard. Paimon thinks, huh? Well, what in that case...
أخيرا أخيرا نبغى نخلص. دعك من ذلك. يو كل الحوسة هذه في النهاية. يا الله يلا جبنا هذه. طيب حبايبنا الله يسلمكم، نوقف هنا ونكمل ان شاء الله بعدين. نستودعكم الله والى لقاء اخر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.